What's it gonna be then, eh? That was me, that is Alex, and my three droogs, that is Pete, Georgie, and Dim. Dim being really dim, and we sat in the Corova milk bar making up our razoodocs what to do with the evening, a flip-dark, chill winter bastard through dry. The Corova milk bar was milk plus mesto, and you may, oh my brothers, have forgotten what these mestos were like, things changing so scory these days, and everybody very quick to forget, newspapers not being read much neither. Well, what they sold there was milk plus something else. They had no license for selling liquor, but there was no law yet against prodding some of the new veshes, which they used to put in the old Malacco, so you could peat it with Velicet or Synthomesk or Drincrom or one or two of the other veshes, which would give you a nice, quite horror show 15 minutes admiring Bog and all his holy angels and saints in your left shoe with lights bursting all over your mazog. Or you could peat milk with knives in it, as we used to say, and this would sharpen you up and make you ready for a bit of dirty 20 to 1, and that was what we were peating this evening I'm starting the story with. Our pockets were full of dings, so there was no real need from the point of view of crasting any more pretty Polly to tall shock some old Vec in an alley, and vid him swim in his blood while we counted the takings and divided by 4, nor to do the ultra-violent on some shivering, starry, grey-haired pista in a shop and go smacking off with the till's guts. But, as they say, money isn't everything. The 4 of us were dressed in the height of fashion, which in those days was a pair of black, very tight tights, and the old jelly mold, as we called it, fitting on the crotch underneath the tights, this being to protect and also a sort of design you could viddy clear enough in a certain light, so that I had one in the shape of a spider, Pete had a rooker, Georgie had a very fancy one of a flower, and poor old Dim had a hound and horny one of a clown's listo, Dim not having much of an idea of things and being, beyond all shadow of doubting, the dimmest of we 4. Then we wore waistcoats without lapels and those very big built-up shoulders, plechos we called them, which were kind of a mockery of having real shoulders like that. Then, my brothers, we have these off-white cravats which looked like whipped-up cardafel or spud with a sort of design made on it with a fork. And we wore our hair not too long and had flip horror show boots for kicking. What's it gonna be then, eh?